Break free from my
Hello, America. How are you? I missed you guys. That last show was fucked up. Were you guys here for that one? I just listened to it. I'm still traumatized. All right. Do we have Zach back there? Zach McKeever on sound, everybody. We're making shit sound cool. All right. What do we got? Let's do a classic. Hello, one and all, from beautiful uptown Burbank, Harmontown is now in session. Hello, gang. Please welcome to the stage the Game Master Extraordinaire, Spencer Crittenden. And the Mayor of Savoir Faire, the Mayor of Harmontown, Mr. Dan Harmon.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hello, Dan.
Hi.
You're looking good. I told you backstage, but I'm going to say it again. You're looking good.
Oh, thank you. I'm wearing a head-to-toe Bombfell. They're a sponsor.
Really?
Clothes from the mail. For the mail. They don't have women's clothes. It's not controversial. You can wear them if you're women. I'm assuming. I wouldn't stop you. It's not Yentl. I got no beef with women dressed like guys. I applaud them. Especially in the shoe department. I don't like high-heeled shoes. If I find myself distracted by high-heeled shoes, I worry about the woman's comfort. It's not because I'm a good person. I just worry about it. I was in a bit of a bad mood last week. A reason why you said, were you guys here for the show last week? Even if they were, they have to pretend they weren't because I told them I hated them. So if they admit that they were here and are back, they have to admit to low self-esteem.
Because as somebody who's at the show live, obviously, it's a different experience to watch it than to hear it. But I heard that one, and I could imagine what it was like there. Like you seemed a little grumpy that last show. Was there anything particular that happened, or were you just in a just one of those moods that happens because the world is a crazy place right now?
There are several theories. A lot of people go with Occam's razor, no pun intended, and they think it's the mustache. They think the mustache has changed me. But I think it's Twitter withdrawal. I was talking to my therapist about it. I said, because I had a similar thing when during the divorce. Like, it was through no fault of Aaron's and of no statement about the marriage at all. It's just like because my therapist warned me. She said it doesn't matter when you divorce. One thing that you should be aware of, you're going to find yourself hyper vigilant about injustice, and I've talked about this on the podcast. Whereas I was like, well, okay, I'll keep an eye on that, and then cut to me just like sending these insane text messages to the guy who cleans my fish tank, that are just like, when you read them, I'm accusing him of like making my life into an Edward Albee play. Like I'm like, this is some Virginia Woolf shit. You need to tell me how to work this light. It was crazy. And you know, it was erratic behavior because there was a detachment, and there was a new. So Twitter, we don't want to admit, or I don't want to admit, I'll speak for myself. I'm sure a lot of healthy people are using Twitter very healthily, but as you probably know, I was like really fixated on it, and I quit it for a little bit. And
you stopped having that outlet for that justice stuff, and you like. When you
I do yes, I find myself like snapping particularly. Yeah, I find myself like, but now it's like it's about like the world. Like I just like, I'm sorry I burped, but fuck you, I don't care what you think.
Whoa!
It's just like the guy from
he loves you guys. He just doesn't know how to say it.
The delivery guy from Boo's Philly Cheesesteak didn't bring both raspberry iced tea Snapples, and I just went. all Patty Chayefsky about it. I just fucking like Robert Duvall'd out. And only to Cody though. I was like, and because Cody is like the amazing thing is. There's like a scientific experiment here where you could say, Dan, are you crazy? It's like, oh, well, maybe we could test it if you had like, let's say a perfect girlfriend, or let's not say, perfection doesn't, we don't look for perfect people. We don't want to be with perfect people. But I'm saying like a relationship, which there's nothing on the Wheel of Fortune credit, like, what a metaphor. Wasn't there a Wheel of Fortune?
That was my favorite thing about the last week's show, and Eddie Pepitone said, that metaphor didn't work.
It was like, Eddie, don't know. Eddie, you're not allowed to.
But Spencer goes, wait, you can say that? we could just say that metaphor doesn't scan?
No, you cannot. Not if you want the family to stay together. That's like, no, we don't talk about Dad's drinking or his metaphors. I mean, if you want to move forward and have tumult, but it could end up with you sleeping at your uncle's place for a while.
Try to fix the Wheel of Fortune thing you were talking about.
I just like in Wheel of Fortune, they would spin the wheel, and then sometimes they would put something on account or something. They would say, "Can I put that on account?" And then Pat Sajak would say, "Yeah." And then I'd go, what the fuck was that? And then they just keep spinning, and then I don't know what the hell it was. They would put shit on account. I'm telling you, it was like an old-timey grocery store, like for like in a Coen Brothers movie.
I don't remember that at all. I haven't watched that show.
They just had some shit on account back there. I'm looking it up later. You know what? I'll do it right now. No, so anyways.
You know what's crazy? I saw the wheel. That wheel's tiny. It seems huge. The wheel's like it's this big.
Well, this goes with what Sajak said on Letterman back in the 80s when the Wheel of Fortune, the country had Wheel of Fortune mania. Some other things that we fell in love with for like 2 weeks was like Australia for a while. There were like 8 movies about a guy named Crocodile Dundee, and then because it was the only Australian we could find that was like famous, then we tried something with a guy named Yahoo Serious, and everything just collapsed like Enron. Wait, you're selling something that doesn't exist now. That's just a big desert. There's no famous people down there.
We lived in a Yahoo Serious and Jocko-based economy.
Jacko, yeah, there was a guy in Duracell commercials whose catchphrase and soul phrase was "oi." That's all he said. He'd say "oi," and then you'd be at a battery store and you'd go, "Oh, Energizer, oi."
There was an 8-year scare where barbecues were Barbies.
But yeah. Foster's is Australia for beer, all that stuff. There's some. Hey, I think Foster's kind of snuck in on that wave and hung out. That's the one thing.
But they don't even drink that in Australia. That's bullshit.
Right? What are you telling me?
And they don't. Yeah. They don't call them shrimps. They call them prawns.
Look. So the delivery guy brings 1 raspberry iced tea Snapple. I didn't know. I thought that meant. I thought because I knew I ordered one. I didn't know Cody ordered one. Cody, get your shit together. You tell the audience you hate him more. You can't even speak English. Speak English. Get out of the country. You ever notice all those guys? They can't speak English. They can't spell. The Republicans. I mean, what? They're just like they can't. They have no mastery of their mother tongue. Like, and they're like yelling at immigrants. It's like the immigrants are like, I had to learn like 8 presidents to trim your bush. Like, this fucking sucks. One of them's Bush. That's my mnemonic device. 2 of them are Bush. That's, that's why. And then you guys raised it to 9 presidents because then you said that was too easy.
It was almost 2 Clintons.
It was almost. And then we had an influx of unqualified Bush trimmers. Snapple. And so I start going on. I was happy all day. And then I go get the food. I'm with my perfect girlfriend. I come back up with the paper bag. It's already, you can already see the dark spots on the bottom, so it's going to be good. Like it's coming through the bag. The dogs are freaking out. I think there might be a dead skunk in that bag. No, it's Philly cheesesteaks. And I take them out. 1 raspberry Snapple. That's how much we ordered. Cody says, "There's not 2 iced tea raspberry Snapples?" No. What? Did they? Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it, what is with this fucking world? And I just talked for 20 minutes at the top of my voice, and that would be charming, but here's something that I do. I kept saying, because this is how desperate I was to abuse, that I couldn't just share, I couldn't at least just be in a bad mood and share it with my partner. So I just kept saying, but I had nothing to bitch at Cody about. Like, I was just tabulating, like, all the injustices that had happened to me that week. And because Cody hadn't done anything wrong, I just kept saying, it's just like this guy does this to me, this guy, the raspberries. What is with you people? I just kept saying "you people" to Cody, like you people being the human race. I'm just like you know, all of you, 8 billion of you, you're just always conspiring to fuck with me. And then she was like, "Okay, cool." And then we watched the rest of Gremlins 2 or whatever the hell. Every once in a while, you gotta just go check back and check it out. What was Hulk Hogan in that? In like a, it didn't.
Is it good? It was Gremlins 2 worth a rewatch?
Yeah.
It's worth a rewatch. I don't know about your first question. I don't know. Is anything good? I don't know. I mean, it wasn't Citizen Kane. It wasn't even the Citizen Kane of Gremlin movies.
The Gremlins got really specific.
Let me ask you this: when's the last time you watched the first Gremlins? Because I told Cody, I was like, you got to watch Gremlins 2. She's like, what 2? I'm like, Jesus, I'm really robbing the cradle, but. And I'm like, well, Gremlins 2. She's like, I ain't seen no Gremlins 1. And I was like, okay, well, great. Then we'll start with this holiday classic, and then but then you gotta see Gremlins 2. So I put in Gremlins 1. 5 minutes in, I'm like, what the shit and fuck? This movie is garbage. This it is amazing. Like we have a serious problem in this society, and you can see the thermometer for our sickness is Rotten Tomatoes. It's like any movie that had some claim on the box office pulse when a certain demographic was 10 years old, it just automatically is way above a 70%. And it's just garbage nostalgia. There's no comparing this shit. Like, what is it? Solar Babies 98% because people are like, man, Solar Babies, man, custody weekend, it was great.
Does Solar Babies really have a 98%?
No, but okay. I can't think of any examples.
Would be amazing.
But then you watch something, I know I've talked about this, Lockout. Come on, it's Die Hard in space, it's great. It has like a 20% or something. It's ridiculous. They worked hard on that movie. It's good.
Was it called Lockout?
Yeah.
I don't know Lockout.
Yeah, that's a
down.
crime. Tomorrow's
Church, remember Lockout. We're watching Lockout.
Anyways, there's a lot of movies with like 80% of Rotten Tomatoes that they're just crap, and it's just people just like. They're just like, oh, I will defend my legacy. And you got to go back and watch. If you can't look into your soul, gentlemen, at least rewatch some of these pieces of shit. It's okay to be nostalgic. Just stop pretending that it makes it a good movie, that you liked it. You were a little itty bitty little dummy. I almost said the R word. I want to that last sentence. If you rewind it, you go like, yeah. It seems like Dan's get a little less his famous articulate charm. Because I was just the whole time I was like, my sister's retarded. Okay.